Hi there, my name's Leanne Francis Bates, and I am an expert in personal growth, specializing in relationships, intimacy, and leadership. And today I want to talk to you about attracting that right relationship. I get a lot of questions on this, particularly through my practice, through Facebook, and even personally when people sort of see me engaging in relationships. They're like, how do you attract these phenomenal people to you? And it is such a blessing when it happens. And it took a little bit of work to get there, honestly. I didn't used to always attract those relationships. I didn't used to attract these loving, honoring, amazing relationships where I really feel cared for, where there's really a deep level of communication, a deep level of vulnerability. In the romantic realm, there's a deep level of passion and sexuality. Just a beautiful coming together of two people that really amplify each other versus what I used to see showing up in my life which was essentially me wanting a partner or a business relationship because I didn't feel like enough, and them wanting the same, and us kind of coming together and things like just playing off each other in very interesting ways, bringing up a lot of wounds for each other, which happens in relationships. But then not being able to deal with it with each other in a really loving and responsive way. And the reason why I found out was because neither of us were really coming at the relationship from a whole place. And so one of the things that I teach in looking for relationships in a new paradigm way is first looking here. So the first tip that I have for you in getting that right relationship and attracting it is to look inside yourself first. Just take a little assessment. This isn't pulling out the baseball bat and going, what's wrong with me? I actually want you to focus on what's right with you, okay? And I want you to actually focus on increasing your self-value, confidence, and love for yourself. Sounds like a big task, but it's really not. Basically, you can increase your self-value, confidence, and love of yourself in 30 days very easily and very, very quickly, simply by spending 5 minutes a day, okay? At minimum 3 times a week. But my ideal recommendation would be 5 times a week, or 7 if it feels right. But do something that feels good and achievable, okay? Small achievable steps are the most effective. So I want you to go ahead and spend 5 minutes a day, could be morning, night, noon, whatever, could be on your drive to work, where you just simply allow yourself to ponder your self-value. And I'd like you to really ponder the idea that you were brought into this world a perfect and whole being as a child, as a baby. When you look at a baby, they're beautiful. They're full of light, they're full of love, and that's all there within you. The only reason that you have all this other stuff is because as you were growing up and as things were happening in your life, you started to believe that you weren't certain things, that you weren't good enough. You had experiences that changed how you felt about the world. But the reality is that you are still a full and loving being inside. And I want you just to ponder where that space is within you, where it is within your heart center, and just really connecting to that place of perfection within you. And trust me, it's there. And just contemplating that for 5 minutes a day, just pondering it, just thinking about it. And if you're having any challenges with getting to that place, maybe just start with some nice acts that you've done with someone, just thinking about the ways in which you've helped and loved others, and just start focusing on those first until you can get into that place of seeing that beautiful light within you that is a place of perfection. Now, the second tip that I would like to give you is around basically what we're able to see and receive. So I am only going to allow myself to receive from another being as much as I think I'm worth and as much as I'll receive from myself. So this becomes a very interesting thing. And I find that a lot of people actually have the right relationships all around them and they just don't see them, or they're not allowing themselves to receive them. So tip number 2 is treat yourself the way you want your right relationship to treat you. So if you're looking for a romantic partner, I recommend you go and date yourself like you would date that person. Okay, it's going to sound crazy, but trust me, it works. I've had so many clients do this and they come back with phenomenal results. So say you want somebody that's going to buy you flowers and take you out for dinner and go for beautiful long walks. I want you to actually start doing those things for yourself. So I want you to actually plan dating sessions with yourself where you go for that long walk, where you take yourself out for dinner and you enjoy it, where you buy yourself some flowers and put them up wherever you're going to put them and enjoy them. And start loving yourself, receiving from yourself the way that you'd like to receive from a partner. And just build that up and build that up. Now, not only does that help you learn to receive in that way and identify what you actually like and want in a partner, because sometimes we're not always clear on that, or we think we know what we want, but we're not too sure how it'll show up. But it's also going to change the energy that you're sending out to the universe and actually start attracting in that right partner to you on an energetic level. So these are just a few tools. I have one more that I'm going to give you. This video is almost 6 minutes. And that last one is basically that for attracting in a partner, you're going to attract at the level at which you're willing to offer. And for a lot of us, we have some old wounding around other relationships. Maybe you've been hurt, maybe you've been cheated on, maybe you've been lied to. And I'd just like you to check in with yourself and see, like, is there wounding there that still needs to be healed? Because if there is, you could be putting up blocks to potential partners. You could not really be opening yourself to the level of vulnerability that a really amazing partner would want from you. And so really look at that. And a good way to check in with this and to see if we're in alignment with what we're offering and what we're asking for is to actually write a list down. So I want you to go ahead and get a piece of paper down when you have a moment. And I want you to write a list of what you want in a partner. And I want you to be really specific. Like if it's like, I want them to be 100% honest, I want you to put, I want them to be 100% honest. If it's, I want them to be 95% communicative, I want you to put that. If it's, I want them to have sex with me 3 times a week, then put that. I want you to be really, really, really specific, okay? And then I want you on the other side of the paper to write a list of what you're willing to offer. And I want you to be specific in the same way. I am willing to be 100% honest. I am willing to be 80% communicative because there's some pieces maybe, I want you to be really honest with yourself. And then I want you to compare the 2 lists. And what you're going to notice is where the areas that you need to work on. If they match up, great, you're ready to go. If they're not quite matching up, where can you change what you're willing to offer and improve those skills in yourself so that when you interact with that person that has those same things, they're going to see it in you and respond to it in you and want to build a relationship with you. Okay? So be really honest. Most of us aren't at 100%. Be really honest about how much sexual activity you want, how it's going to look, what sort of things you want to be able to participate in with each other, what sort of things you want in the future. Do you want someone that's going to grow and evolve with you? Are you someone that does a lot of personal growth activity and needs that? Or are you someone that doesn't want a lot of that and you want a partner that's going to stay relatively the same so that you understand who they are in the long term, and that's sort of where you're at as well. Just be really honest about what you're offering and what you want, because when those 2 lists match up, you will see some great and amazing magic happen. Well, thank you for your time, and I hope this has helped. If you need any more information, go ahead and contact me. My email is support@leanne.love. So support@lee-ann.love. And you can also get a hold of me on Facebook. Have a great day and enjoy those loving relationships that you're going to be building.